Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the daily devotional time with the Chapas. We're back with day 13 and ready to roll.
Absolutely. And we're going to be talking about the greatness of his power.
Yep.
And we are kind of building this week off of Ephesians 1 15 through 19 or so. And we're just really kind of sitting with a moment in time where, I've gone through enough Bible studies in life where, you can spend hours, you can spend minutes. And one of the things that I love about devotions is they're just opportunities to stop long enough and appreciate just the power of God. And that's exactly what today's all about. What can we do to see and relish in the power? So first, let's just go and look at verse 19, Dashman, right here
All right.
in Ephesians 1.
Here we go. And what is the exceeding greatness of his power towards us who believe, according to the working of
Of his
his mighty
mighty,
power? Yeah.
according to his mighty
Yeah.
power.
According to his mighty power.
So let's think
All
about
right.
that for a
Cool.
second. So, and what is the exceeding greatness of his power toward us who believe? That's a lot right there. According to the working of his mighty power. So he has mighty power. And what is the exceeding greatness of his power toward us who believe? So essentially, it sounds like he wants to give you power. Isn't that good?
Mm-hmm. It is.
Uh, and it makes me think of, well, this is way before your time, but people that maybe listen may realize. But there was an old Batman series, and in the olden days, Batman wasn't the cool, movie theater Hollywood theatrics that we see. It was guys dressed up in seemingly leotards, and then they would punch, and you would see this thing go pow. So I think power, we're seeing an exceeding greatness of his power that he wants to give toward us. But how many times do you think people just don't realize that they have access to it?
I bet. I bet a lot of people because they feel like that maybe they're like, oh, I can't go to God. I've done too many wrong things, and then they
You,
feel very condemned by like what lies Satan puts in your mind, and they might be a little confused out there in the world. So that's why we got to go out there and tell them they can do it.
that's right. And we can find in ourselves that even if you feel like a little condemned because maybe you feel inadequate or you don't feel
Mm-hmm.
worthy, according to his working, the working of his mighty power, he saved you in his offering exceeding greatness of his power toward you. And I just wonder, like what that could truly mean. That could be something simple right there. We stop and we just pray, Lord, what is your exceeding working power toward me? What can I do with it? What am I called to do with it? And so go ahead and go through our reflection here, buddy.
All right, here we
Because
go.
this is power. This is like a definition of power.
Great. The same power that raised Jesus from the dead is
Whoa.
available to you.
The power that raised Jesus from the dead. Well, I don't know anybody else that has been raised from the dead.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty powerful. Okay, the same power that raised Jesus from the dead is available to who?
To us.
To us.
This power enables you to overcome challenges, walk in obedience, and fulfill your calling. Are you are you tapping into the divine power daily?
Mm.
So are you like looking towards God and everything you do, whether it's you're working, whether it's you're playing or you're eating, it could be all the things.
So I think there's moments in my day where I am focused on the Lord. So maybe in that moment I'm tapping into the power source. But I mean, definitely more often than not, I hate to say, I am distracted.
Mm-hmm. I think it's pretty easy to be distracted these days. There's a lot of things to do. We can just go on your way and find this and find this and find that and find that, and you're.
We call that shiny penny syndrome. Yeah. So the reality is guys, we have to stop and realize that the power of God is available to us. And if we want it, we have to what?
Get it.
or tap into it. So,
Yeah.
are you tapping into God's power source for you and to power through your day, to make a difference today? And I hope the answer is yes. But if it's not, or if you feel like you could do better, as I'm sure we all could, pray about that. Think about that. Read one of the Psalms. I like Psalm 40. I like Psalm 27 for just these ideas of looking at God through a different lens of power and looking at working with what we call the fruits of the Spirit through the soil of humility. And so when we look at the fruits of the Spirit, we know that we have to stay humble. Philippians 2 talks about Christ's humility and how he operated in power. So what's our action point for the day, buddy?
Here we go. I got y'all. Here's our action point today. Pray for an area of your life where you need to experience God's power. Step forward in faith, trusting in His ability to work through you.
Well, so there's your favorite word that prompts you to think about what? When you see the word trust, what do you think?
I think about Proverbs 3:5-6.
Yeah.
It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your path."
So even if you don't truly appreciate or understand the knowledge of His power, exceeding power, His mighty power, know that you can trust and know that even that for which you don't know, you can trust Him and He will guide you forward to see and appreciate. So may you guys be blessed today, and I guess that's going to be it for today. We'll see y'all another day.
All right, see y'all later.